Hi everyone, Alexa Donne here, and today I am so excited to be sharing the cover of my debut novel, Brightly Burning, with you. Now, I was a little bit sad that I wasn't able to do kind of like a cool YouTube exclusive on this one because everything happened in a bit of a whirlwind. My cover was revealed 2 weeks ago on entertainmentweekly.com, which that is a dream come true, and I'll tell you a bit more about that in a little bit. I'm going to show you first, don't worry, I will put you out of your misery. But there just wasn't time to do it because I was at a wedding when I found out, and then when I got back, I got sick, and so my cover's out in the world, but I'm going to show it to you right now, and then I'm just going to tell you a little bit about it, kind of like the whole process of like how it came about and all of that fun stuff. So, without further ado, here is my cover. Ta-da! Magic, it's just gonna appear on the screen. Oh, there's my cat too. See, my cat likes my cover too. He kind of goes with it. So he's ginger and I'm wearing purple in honor of my lovely, beautiful purple cover. So it's purple and it's pink and it's space, and I am so thrilled by it, guys. What do you think? I'm very curious. I have to say, and this is the part where I tell you the story of how the cover came about, that I was honestly genuinely really surprised when I saw the first comp because it just wasn't what I was envisioning at all. You know, I was thinking like a girl in a dress because I like girls in dresses, and like stars and space. And so I was so surprised. They sent it to me and I looked at it for a little while and I had to think about it. It was like, oh, it's like a nebula. I was like, okay, brightly burning, space, nebula, a little romantic. But, so the first comp was totally different colors. And I guess I should back up. And I will end up doing like a whole video that's just like a general industry video about authors and covers. But to give you a bit of a preview, authors typically have little to no say in their book covers. If you're like super famous, you might have the leverage of having it in your contract that you not only get cover approval, but like you get cover veto, so on and so forth. But the average author, not even just debut authors, but just like the average author, like, you don't get a say. Your publisher is the expert, and you know, it's their job to come up with a cover that's going to market and promote your book really well, so it's kind of in their hands. That said, my publisher has been really great through the whole process, and I did give early kind of notes on what I liked and didn't like. This is actually pretty standard. When they start working on your cover, they probably will ask you like, can you send us some examples of covers that you really like, covers that you don't really like, any ideas that you have? So I did, originally say, oh, here are some covers that like aren't my favorite, but here are covers from like the last like 3 or 4 years that I thought really nailed it. I shared a lot of covers that had a really dynamic interaction between kind of like the cover, the graphic elements on the cover and the font. I really kind of like bold font, and all of the covers I shared were kind of bluey and pinky and purpley. Like, colors are really important to me, and I was like, I want a purple cover. Like, I knew I wanted a purple cover, and I kind of said that, but I wasn't like, no one wants to be that like demanding author who's like, this is what I want. But I knew I wanted purple, so I kind of like nudged them in that direction. But the first comp I got was not purple. It was a totally different color scheme, and I kind of looked at it and I went, okay, this needs to be way girlier. Like, this is a romantic book. It's Jane Eyre in space. It needs to be kind of girly, but also I really love purple. So I was like, purple please, and then they gave me purple. And so I adore the colors on the cover. I love the purple. I love the pink in the title font. Oddly, like, maybe this isn't so odd. My favorite part of this cover is my name. Not because it's my name. I really like the font that it chose for my name, and I like the pink and how it plays off the purple. It's like 2 of my favorite colors interplaying together, plus it's really cool to see my name. So that's kind of like how that worked, but like timing. So It was all a whirlwind with the cover. My cover was confirmed shortly before they printed ARCs, which was only like a month ago, and I'm going to have them really soon, and I'm really, really excited. And then I found out about the cover reveal, as I mentioned, just a few days before it happened. So cover reveals, usually that ball is in the court of your publisher. Now, not all publishers will coordinate a cover reveal for an author. I feel really lucky that my publisher did take care of my cover reveal. That isn't always the case. In a lot of cases, it is on the author's shoulders to take care of it. So if you are a debut or an aspiring writer, just kind of bear that in mind. At a certain point, once you have a cover, you may need to explicitly ask, like, are you guys taking care of the cover reveal, or am I responsible for it? In this case, I asked, and they said that they would be taking care of it. The publicity department at HMH was, they had their own ideas, and they were going to take care of it. And I have to admit, like, in the back of my mind, I was like, oh, EW.com would be like the dream. Because context for me, so I grew up reading Entertainment Weekly, the magazine, of course. It was my favorite magazine for years and years and years and years. And I went to college for journalism, for magazine journalism, and EW was my dream job. Now, just like with agents and publishers, I've said it before and I will say it again, I do not advocate having a dream blank. Don't have dream jobs either, because I ended up, I went out for a job at Entertainment Weekly. It was an internship and I didn't get it, and I was crushed and all of that wonderful, dramatic 22-year-old life stuff. But regardless, EW does hold a special place in my heart because it was like this dream of mine to work there. But now I'm like, being in it, that's kind of better. But how, it's so surreal. Like, I logged on Wednesday morning and my face was like, there? It's honestly a dream come true. I cannot imagine, like, anything being better than this, than having, like, my cover and my first chapter revealed on EW.com. Like, I'm over the moon, guys, like, seriously. Though the funny thing is, so it was a Wednesday and a half ago, 2 Wednesdays ago, it was a Wednesday, and I was sick. So I was at the beginning of being sick, so I was like a little loopy, like a little bit dizzy. I was like, oh yay, this thing is happening, but I'm at work and I feel really sick. So I didn't even really get to enjoy it, because then the next day I was like sick. I was like home and I was like in bed all day. But yeah, cover reveal on Entertainment Weekly, on entertainmentweekly.com, there is a distinction. And I'm going to have a link down below so that you can, go and look and read the first chapter excerpt if you want to read that. It's super weird having my words out in the world, like, they're real and they're out there and, like, you can see them, and I'm terrified. So that's like my book life update. That's like the big thing that has happened very recently. So I have a cover. ARCs are coming really soon because I have a cover, and you can read the first chapter. And if you are a book blogger or a librarian, etc., so on and so forth, you can request my book on NetGalley now. People are being approved for it. I'm seeing people reading it on Goodreads, and it's really weird. Like, surreal is the word that I would use to describe this whole publishing process. And, like, I know it would be. Like, people have told me, oh, it's so surreal, this whole thing. It's weird. My book comes out in 6 months. Less than 6 months. Like, in 6 months, it's going to be a physical hardcover book, and I'll have it right back here. And in fact, when I get my ARCs, this is going to be a stack of ARCs, because oh god, I can't wait to stack ARCs. It's so exciting. So that's my cover, and I am super excited. Very, very soon, as I mentioned, I'm going to have ARC giveaways. I plan on doing ARC giveaways on my various social media platforms, and I'm definitely going to be doing one here on YouTube, so look out for that. So thank you for joining me and, like, sharing in my, like, crazy squee. It's a book. It's a real book. It looks like a book. And it's purple. I'm so happy it's purple, guys. I also did my eye makeup to match my cover because I'm, like, such a huge nerd. So thanks for joining me, and happy writing, everyone.